Rasty McGibbon with Assistant Director of Hockey Operations, Brandon Russ. Brandon, thanks for coming on. How many games and how many teams and how many days?
We're a little over 100 in games, 78 teams showing up, and we're doing it in about a week. So it's a tight time frame.
It's incredible. The magnitude of planning that goes into something like this, especially, and maybe it's easier at all being under one roof, but just talk a bit about the amount of planning that goes into this.
It's a lot of coordination between both our staff and the facility staff. I feel like both parties have done a really good job. It's been a smooth effort. A lot of planning throughout the year, certainly, but I feel like we've had a lot of success in this tournament so far. We have a lot of support on both ends. Our staff that we've brought in, I can't brag about them enough. And then the support that we have from the New England Sports Center has been great.
Ultimately, I think everyone here has a shared goal of making this just such an incredible opportunity for student athletes. Speak to that just a little bit.
I think this time of year is an exciting time for both us and the student athletes, certainly. The amount of determination and effort that they've put in throughout the year is certainly clear here, and you can feel the energy in the arena as well as through the fans.
Well, I was joking with someone yesterday, and I said if you just take the area in this rink that's carpeted, you're probably bigger than 2 Walmarts.
Absolutely.
And here, right where we are yesterday during games, it would just be packed with people. And I think the excitement really has been palpable. And then they had the Irish Beach Boy in, they had a guy in playing guitar yesterday. What feedback have you gotten so far on the tournament from people, participants and family and fans?
Between the on-ice staff and between the fans, I feel like it's ultimately positive. We've ran a really clean tournament so far, and we try to put on the most professional and clean presentation that we can, both for the students and for the fans that are viewing.
You were talking just a bit about referee replay. Referee. I was going to say referee slow motion. Mm-hmm. Tell me about some of the innovations that you have over the last couple of years implemented that are just trying to take this tournament, up a notch.
So in previous years, we did implement slow-mo replay, so that way we can monitor goals, have the cleanest representation and the truest form of absolutes that we can on ice and with the officiating, which I feel like gives them some comfort that they're backed on their decision making, and I feel like it makes the decisions a little bit easier. So with our slow-mo that we used last year in St. Louis and I believe previously, we do have above goal viewing for anything that crosses the line, whether there's goaltender interference. So there's no real blurred line. It's absolutely cut and dry, and I feel like that the refs feel like we have their back, and I feel like they're more certain in their calls.
Now, is the ref able to view that full, real time, or how does that work?
So it is real time, but we are able to go frame by frame, second by second. So if they would like to jump forward, we can do anything before and after the play. The camera is always recording.
Wow.
So we can go as far back as they want to, and we can go as far forward as we want to see if there was any interference or if the goal was a true goal. Fantastic.
Things on the wish list for innovation. Are there any things you guys are kicking around for tournament's future?
We can always improve, just as any situation or any company. I feel like our goal for the future is to just keep progressing as we have been and provide the cleanest and most professional, organized tournament that we can, because like I said, these student athletes have worked so hard to get here all year long, and we want to provide them the best that we can year to year.
Wonderful. Brandon, well, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much,
Thanks so much for your involvement. Brandon Russ, Assistant Director of Hockey Operations for the ACHA.